Look at this. Babies, 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 babies everywhere. And look at that. I know. I didn't even know she was pregnant. Baby pair. Big announcement of the week. I had two of these. They're over 20 years old, and well, you're going to have to use your imagination, but there's only one way this has happened. I'm okay. I survived. If it's not the gas, it's the chairs trying to kill me. Anyway, the first one went like this, and I've been worried about this every time I sit down since that happened. And, well, worry no more. You can practically hear the noise from looking at the edge. And the thing is, I've always got food in my hand when it happens. Hello everybody, Bamboo Betty here, lover of cats, plants, snacks and knickknacks. I hope you're all happy. I'm happy, and especially happy because look what I've done. I've tidied all that pile of boxes and carpet tiles and the collections of weeks of vlogs gone by. Well, I say tidied, what I mean is I've just moved them. They're in the hall, but look, isn't that nice? I really only did it because I've got something to show you that I need floor space to spread it out on. So whatever the reason, job's done. Thrilled. I've got lots to show you, and I sat and I've had a planning meeting, a script meeting with myself in the garden. Script development meeting. Talk about that, talk about that, talk about them. And the team has basically made the executive decision to start on Monday. So, honestly, Monday was a bit of a blur. I'd been working like 16 hours all weekend, and sometimes I wonder what I'm doing. I realise I'm absolutely shattered, and I know I've been working, but then I think, what did you achieve? Mostly nothing. So I don't know. I keep trying to regroup, but it's pointless. Yeah, so I woke up on Monday morning thinking, oh, I've had some sales on eBay, and I've got to pack them, and they were quite fragile, so they were going to take a long time to pack. And I made the mistake of looking in my emails because I did actually wake up quite jolly because the temperature's gone up a bit. It's nice and toasty. It's very sunny today. It's coming and going. It's up and it's down. It's in and it's out. It's cold, it's hot, you know. Blech. So anyway, looked at my emails, freaked out. MOT's due, car insurance is due, tax is due on that golf cart that's sitting outside that I never use. And I mean, all of that's just money, which in itself is just an absolute horror because you're literally just handing over your hard-earned cash to gangsters, including the government. But the worst of it is you got to get your car MOT'd, and that's like just walking into rabid dog pit. Anyway, I found a guy that he's nice, he's good, he just gets on with the job. But when I found his number on my old phone, the one I'm filming you on, even though I've still not mastered this Google thing, he wasn't answering. And usually when he doesn't answer, it means he's gone on holiday. But I always panic and think, oh, he's just packed it in, he's retired, he's had enough, he's gone, he's living in the Caribbean. So anyway, I thought, I'm not going to be able to cope just kind of ringing and ringing and ringing. I'll drive up. So I drove up. The whole place looked desolate. It's like a sort of converted church, I think, but the yard outside is sort of where all the cars are parked. Anyway, it just looks so desolate. To be fair, it's desolate. It looks like that when it's open. But I thought, oh no, just double check, just go make sure the door's not ajar or he's on his lunch break or something. So I got out, walked around, found some slight relief when I saw the sign back on Tuesday. So normally I like everything sorted out because I just can't cope with the unknown and this kind of the dread of it all. So this time I don't give a shit because no one else gives a shit. So I'm trying to learn not to give shits. Uh, so that's it. It all needs renewing on Thursday. He's back on Tuesday, maybe, if that sign is current. So I'm just going to risk it for a biscuit, turn up on Tuesday morning and say, can I just leave this with you? Can I just leave that there? Here's the key. Do what you like. I don't care. Well, care a bit. Anyway, however, slightly sort of rattled by that, I went into a new gear. And then I thought, right, you've got all these chemicals racing around your body from fear and rage. Hard to tell which one's which. You need some anti-venom. Go to the charity shops, just pop in and see if you can find something to soothe your furrowed brow, woman. So I went in and I wasn't really in the right frame of mind. I was a little bit sort of pent up, a little bit revved up. And I got a couple of scarves and things like that. And I saw things that I thought were really, really interesting. And in a normal frame of mind, not all sort of freaked out by MOT nonsense, I would have just gone, oh, fabulous. Come to me. Betty wants you, Betty needs you, Betty loves you. But I didn't, I left them. As you do. So, came home, thought, I still don't feel like I've got this out of me. And I thought, right, now, attack Etsy. So I finally, after years of having like a dormant little Etsy shop going on, I think I had it closed down, to be honest. I've just got my illustrated children's book on there, which I'll talk about in another video. But I just thought, right, just do it, woman, just do it. Start it, sort it. So I've edited all of that, and I thought, right, you can't relax until you've put one listing up. And I don't know why I find it so hard, but I do. The photographs are just a nightmare to take for Etsy. I do it for lots of other things. I don't know. Anyway, it looks terrible, but it's a start. I got one listing up, so I feel like I've sort of broken the back of it. Well, sort of, kind of faced the fear and got on with it. Oh God. Welcome to my world. And I thought, right, okay, whatever you do, just make sure you list one item a day. Well, that was Monday, wasn't it? Today's Thursday when I'm recording this. So that's already fallen at the first. But if anybody wants the most amazing rhinestone articulated elephant head brooch, it's there. So anyway, that sort of worked, and it broke the spell on Monday of is it cortisone, the stress hormone? It sort of cured it a bit, and it was really warm. It was like a hot sort of balmy night, I think, and it affected Begonia in a way that I could have done without. Because the temperature had gone up by a couple of degrees, she was all frisky-disky. At 5 o'clock on Tuesday morning, it was breakfast time. So, from 5:15 in the morning till 8:15 in the morning, I was lying in bed on my back with my eyes like saucers, staring at the ceiling, obsessively thinking about all the things I should have bought the day before. And at 8:55 in the morning, I was sitting outside the first charity shop in the car, waiting for it to open. Like a weirdo. Of course, it didn't open till 10. So I sat in the car for half an hour thinking, I'm just going to stay here. There's no way I'm leaving. I've got the hot spot parked outside the charity shop, literally by the door. And next door was open, another charity shop. So I went in, and I'd seen this amazing dress, the day before, the Monday, and but it was in the window. And they do these sort of fantastic themed displays in that charity shop. Spend hours of time on the window display, and they're always amazing. Anyway, they will sort of sell you items from the window, but it's like, oh, they've spent so much time, and you know that they don't really want to do it, but it wasn't the normal lady, it was in there, it was another woman. So I said, oh, is there any way I can reserve the dress that's in the window, please? And she said, oh, you can just buy it. And I thought, Tuesday is already remarkably better than Monday. So I bought it, and this is it. Oh my God, flamingo-tastic. Look at its ruffle, look at the colour, look at the flingos. I love it. It's new. It's a modern brand, Lindy Bop, and they do loads of sort of swing and obviously Lindy Hop style, 50s kitsch, retro little numbers. And this is super stretchy. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. So I got that. I love frills and ruffles. The colour is just... So as I say, I explained to the lady that I'd seen the dress in the shop the day before and couldn't stop thinking about it all night. And my cat got me up at 5 and now she's in bed and I'm here and I've completely misjudged the weather because within the hour it turned cold again and I was wearing this. And now I'm thinking in hindsight that maybe she just gave me the dress out of the window to get me out of the shop. So anyway, 10 o'clock comes around and I'm in the shop I wanted to be in. And what I could not stop thinking about in particular was this bag. It had been on the top shelf the day before and it was sort of squashed in a corner. And I saw the writing, and often, loads of people print totes themselves for a sort of like an Etsy idea, or lots of companies do it. And so I had a look and I realised it was Paul McCartney, but it was all squished and you couldn't really see it for what it was. And because of my state of mind, and obviously this shop was in Liverpool, and I thought, oh God, there's Paul McCartney and Beatles memorabilia. I mean, not memorabilia, but just, products everywhere. It's not really very interesting. It's just someone's go at, printing out some tote bags. So I put it back and I didn't even look to see how much it was. But when I got home, I thought that seemed like it might have been more interesting than just, like a cheap tote that someone's knocked out. Had a little Google, had a look, couldn't really find anything about it, but I think that it is from a tour he did. I can't confirm that. I don't know. There's not much information. I've seen one of these bags online that says it's from a 2011 tour. So I don't know. But I just had to have it, so I went back for it, and I got that Paul McCartney, and I also got this. Funky little number. And do you remember in school, I don't know if you used to do it, but we used to do it in England, where all the little girls got a square of fabric with that sort of crisscross weave, and we all had to do little crosses and make patterns on it, while the boys were taken away to do something fulfilling and something that will probably teach them to earn a fortune from having very little talent. Anyway, I remember, and I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. And when I saw this bag, I thought, oh, it's just like that. But obviously it's knocked out of a factory. And it's new and unused, and you can buy these online for about £16, I think. So it's actually the theme of this week's fashion haul. It wasn't intentional. It's just turned out that a load of really fantastic boho stuff has turned up in my flea market and charity shop little troll haul. So I'm all over it. I just love it. I just love that look. So next thing. Complete chance, total coincidence, I bought a collection of vintage tea towels in the flea market on Wednesday, and amongst them was this one, the Isle of Mull. And my absolute favourite Paul McCartney song, possibly one of my favourite Christmas records was Mull of Kintyre, the song he released with Wings and Kenny Lane. And it wasn't a huge hit internationally, I understand, but it was just epic in this country, and it was #1 for 9 weeks. It just went on and on and on, and I could never get enough of it as a child. I just thought it was like miraculous. It was incredible. It was so emotional. And here is a map of the Mull of Kintyre. Oh, beg your pardon. And I think he had a cottage in Saddle Bay, which I can't really find. I don't think it's on this map. I can't find it. I've searched for it. But this is the Isle of Mull, off the Isle of Arran in the Scottish Highlands. And I think Saddle Bay is around here. And he had that little cottage that featured in the video. And the video is one of the most incredible works of cinematography. Tobermory. You see all these names that you just hear throughout your life, and they're just part of the legend of Scotland, and then all of a sudden you see it's a real place on a tea towel and you go, oh yeah, look at that, fancy. Makes me want to go. But anyway, yeah, I'm a singing teacher amongst many other things, obviously, as you know. And when I teach overseas, or if I'm teaching international singing students, I will use lots of artists, but in particular Paul McCartney, to teach them phrasing, especially complicated English phrasing. And I haven't used Mull of Kintyre. However, just listening to it, and when I sing it in my head, it has, in my opinion, which is correct, one of the greatest examples of phrasing, musical phrasing, in any song ever written. And when he breaks that phrasing like that, I literally turn to mist and roll off into the distance across the sea. Even if you're not Paul McCartney or a Beatles fan, it doesn't matter. I beg you to watch it if you don't know the song, or if you haven't heard it in years. It's just phenomenal. And I hadn't realised how good it was until I just watched it again after not listening to it for years. Knowing that I love the song, not a big Beatles fan, doesn't matter. It's a work of art. Go and watch it now if you want to, but please come back, because I've got loads of frocks to show you. Or better still, watch it after. Thank you all. Okay, next thing. Mull to Malta. From Malta to Italy. Next thing I got, some Avon slippers. You can get them online. They still make them. They're not vintage, but they're quite cute. So I got them. Double bastet, double protection from evil. Thank you, need that. Look at his face, hang on. Look at his chops. Got a little rune as well, a little scarab rune. So they're fabulous. You've got it. I got this book because I'm all Egyptian now, with the rings and the cats and the doodahs and the other bits and pieces I'm collecting. And I got 3 pieces from a charity shop. 3 pieces of jewellery, sorry, from a charity shop that is going to stop selling the jewellery now, because the management, not of the shop, of the whole company, has decided that they want it all for themselves. I have an opinion on the venture capitalists that have taken over the British culture and industry. A good luck to them if they think that they can make more money for the charity, their charity, by selling it online, because there's a million women like me who will just go in and buy any old broken tat, along with a few bits that are worth a bit more money, but mostly a broken tat, because we like it and we can fix it, and we are pro charity. However, don't start me off. This is a feel-good vlog. It's deep and it's dirty and it's corrupt. Anyway, that's England. So I got this piece. It's Napier. I think it's probably late 70s, 80s. That's beautiful. Love that. It's very simple and stylish. I got some vintage Aurora Borealis beads because they're blingy and beautiful. There we go. They're lovely. And I also got this. It's just modern, it's, mass produced. But it's got an Aurora Borealis coating. And blimey, that baby sparkles. And it's broken. It's got a stone missing. So good luck to the executives in London who, I know who you are. And I know where you work. Because I used to work near you, and I know what you're up to. We all know what they're up to, but never mind. Yeah, so they think they could probably sell that for a fortune. It's worth nothing, but to me, it's fabulous. Do you know what? I wonder if it'll go with the show me the sugar. No, it doesn't. I'll put it on Paul. There we go. That's better. And next, I got an Avon scarf holder. I think these are new. I think you can get them now. I paid £1. I think they're not much more off the internet. And it's ideal because I've just gone a little bit mad on scarves lately and spending a lot of time online watching the witchcraft of women tying them and fastening them and creating, origami dreams. It's impossible. It's pure witchcraft. Anyway, I'm going to show you some scarves that I got. They were just, one of them completely took me by surprise when I turned around. There was a man hiding in it. Wait. Here we are. I got this out of a basket in a charity shop on Blue Monday, the Monday that was of the car panic. It was 50p in the basket, and it's signed Jim Renoir, or is that Gim Renoir? And they make some fantastic scarves. There's lots online on vintage sites. So I thought this was sort of like an abstract, surfy sarong type. It's huge. It's a massive scarf. It's bigger than a scarf or a shawl. It is a sarong, really, I think. So I was wearing it like a cape the other night. I'd been trying to attempt some sort of fancy Instagram style repurposing of the scarf into like some sort of jacket. And it ended up as a cape. Of course it did. And I went into the bathroom, and there's a huge mirror in the hall now outside the bathroom. And as I turned around, I saw a geezer looking back at me. I had absolutely no idea that there was a man water skiing on this scarf when I bought it. There he is. I'm calling him Bert, or maybe it's Bruce. Bruce, maybe. But there he is. He's my boyfriend now. He's moved in. Also got this James Pringle of Scotland one. It's vintage. It's not in the greatest condition, but I just love the colours. James Pringle Weavers. It's viscous. I think they're from Scotland, aren't they? And I picked this one up yesterday after the flea market in a charity shop. I think they are available on Amazon. I think they're about £17-18, or maybe they're £27, something like that. But it's a traditional style Indian patchwork scarf stroke stole. Very much in the style of today's haul. So much Indian block print inspired prints going on. I haven't found another vintage Indian style dress like the one I found last week, which is currently online available for sale. And that auction on eBay ends this Sunday. So please check that out if you're interested in that dress. Thank you. The first thing I saw when I walked in the flea market was this absolute blinder. I couldn't believe my eyes. It's brand new with tags. It's by a company called Noughts and Kisses. Like super duper Instagrammy whammy girly whirly. They are hot on Instagram. And I think this is a dress, to be honest, if you're of the age. However, I am of the age where it is a blouse. And it's got an amazing print. Well, it's got a lion killing a snake on that one. But there are tigers. And there's a fabulous monkey somewhere. Where are you? Maybe it's on the sleeve. Come here, monkey. You got a monkey on your back. Sorry, that's unforgivable. I do apologise. Shocking. Um, yeah, so I love that. And that's, as I say, completely of the moment. And I thought it would be fantastic for a wedding. And to add a little bit of vintage style to this, I thought, found that on the way back from the flea market in the charity shop. I couldn't believe my eyes. It's box fresh. It's mint. It's incredible. Vintage C&A, which is like gold dust these days, netted electric royal blue little 80s pillbox hat, very Princess Diana, with a plume in fantastic condition. It was, I think I paid $1.99. Yeah, and they're never even that much. I don't know how, it must have just slipped through, but it's exquisite. Oh, the dream. I've had it on. I've just sat in the house in it. And in the flea market, in a pile of rags, my favourite place, I also found this vintage wedding veil. It's a short one, well, sort of medium length, and it's attached to a comb. So I would say, what do you think, that's 70s? I think so. Looking at it on Paul, I think it might be older. 60s? 50s? I have found bridal headwear from the 1950s in incredible condition, if not somewhat squashed, in a carrier bag in a pile of rags in the car boot sale before, and I genuinely couldn't believe my eyes, and for a long time I refused to accept what it was, but there was no denying it. I don't know how it ended up in a carrier bag squashed in a pile of rags in the car boot, but it is an incredible little piece of vintage 1950s headwear for a bride. But I'm planning a sort of a vintage wedding special vlog, so I'll save that for then, and I'll save this for that as well for a proper display. But isn't it fabulous? I did say to the guy who said, "What is that?" I said, "It's a bride's veil." He went, "Oh yeah." I said, "Don't worry, it is definitely not for me." And I imagine not for Paul McCartney either. I don't think he might want to go through that again. I said, "Oh, it'll be in a photo shoot for some, murdering goth bride." I wasn't in my Show Me the Sugar t-shirt at that point. I was in respectable shirt and jacket. So much cuff and puff and ruffles and bows. Love it. Brand, Notes and Kisses. Same time, same trader, same purchase as the dress. I got this River Island boho jacket, and it's embellished with tassels and beads, and it's absolutely fabulous. I think it's probably in the flea market with that trader because it's last season's stock, but it's amazing. Look at all these. Oh, it's missing one. Yeah, it's got a couple missing, but still, it's fantastic. Look at that. So there's one of these missing on the side, and I'll either just forget about that and not worry, or try and make a new one if I've got some thread that colour. But I just thought that was fantastic. I told you it was proper full-on boho this week, didn't I? Well, I got this as well. It's a little bit faded in real life. It probably looks a little bit more vibrant on the lens on the camera, but it's still amazing. And the brand is Nuddy, as in the nud, naked, Nudy. I don't know, but absolutely fabulous. This Cotton Club, brand new without tags. Multi-layered tassel, fabulous. And what I loved about it, I'm not a mad stripe fan, but I love the sleeves. Hang on, is the colour going crazy? There we go, that's more like it. So peacocks on both sleeves. Wicked. Not normally my style, and I haven't worn dresses, I nearly said shift dresses, but to be honest, dresses for the longest time. I can't remember. I think I might have put one on once last year for my birthday. But I was just in such a vibe, and it was hot, and it was exciting, and it was just exciting to be alive. I just sort of jumped on that ride and went with the roll. Or is it jumped on the roll and went with the ride? I had a roll. I had a vegetarian curry sausage roll, and it was filthy addictive. They're so good. They're like school curry sausage rolls, vegetarian. Greasy. The other one was Bowden. This one is Laura Ashley, and this was £2. And I think I went with it because I was on a paisley print roll as well as a sausage roll ride. So again, another little shift dress, which is beautifully designed. Love the colour. It's like a soft, creamy pink. But it was the paisley what got me. Speaking of paisley, honestly, I am 95% convinced this is a vintage 90s Joanna Hope block print embellished skirt. It is in lilac-y lavender. I don't know for a fact, but this colour was in for about a year, and it was in hard. Pretty sure it was the late 90s, sort of turn of the 2000s, and I think I had something similar. This one has got loads of gold sequins on it, and it's got that fantastic gold sort of overlaid print. It's amazing. It's so Kate Bush. I really want to be this woman. Let me lean back. But I'm not her. Do you know what I mean? I want that sort of Wuthering Heights life and the whole Nuts and May vibe, but I'm just not her. Oh, I keep trying. Maybe next year. For it. Ooh, it's not often you find a Kenzo t-shirt out in the wild these days. I don't know. It was a lucky day yesterday. This was, I think I paid £4 for it. I mean, God, they're so expensive. I think secondhand they're worth about £30. And I love this one. I love the splush of lilac-y lavender colour. I love the cactus and the big yellow sun. And it kind of sort of makes this skirt work for me. I don't know, if I put it on, it's probably going to be like a retired art teacher. Nah, it's never going to happen. Hello? Hi. Hi, darling. You've come out of your coma. The boxes have gone. That's more rug for you to rip up. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, you're so shiny. Oh my God, I found something in her fur. She doesn't like being combed very much, but I need to do it every now and again just to make sure there's nothing living in there. I mean, she never does anything outside to get anything to nest in there, but I just put the comb through her, and there was like a lump of brown stuff. I thought, oh my God, what's that? And then I realised that it was a chocolate from my ice lolly. And worse than that, it had been in there since last night. She's my mother's daughter, what can I say? So much more my style. Vintage 1970s black tie tuxedo style velvet swing skirt from Marks and Spencer's, as in St Michael, with a satin cummerbund sort of waistband. I had the trousers from this range, and my God, I tried for I nearly said the longest time, but it was probably more like 5 minutes to lose weight to get into them, because they were just phenomenal. The style and the cut, the sort of front side hip pockets and the pleating, the tapering, the cummerbund. I nearly said cummerbund. Is that Dominic Cumberbund? Cumbersnatch. Cumberbund. Don't show me any more sugar. The cummerbund. Oh, they were amazing, those trousers. Oh, and I eventually just had to sell them, because I just felt the longer I had them in the house, the sadder I felt about not being able to wear them. I'd get them out every now and again and think, maybe this time. It was just getting worse and worse and worse. So I just released them into the world. Anyway, That's the skirt that's from that range. I got that in a charity shop. I also got pair of trousers that most definitely fit. You'll see why in a minute. Hammer time! Oh, can't touch this. She wants food. I'm coming, love. I'm coming. I'm coming. Oh, these are amazing. These are vintage. They're super, super polyester. I gotta confess, a little bit. They've got a fabulous sort of V-fronted satin cummerbund at the front, and I think there's a thread here that's original that looks like it might have held some sort of button, you know, like a 1980s. They might even be 70s actually. I think they're 70s. Right, I'm back. I've just been off to feed her. Yeah, I was saying, I think now, looking at them and thinking about it, they're from the 1970s. They've got that sort of Soul Train harem pant style, you know, where there was lots of voluminous material in there, and the dancers wore it with a glittery stretch boob tube. You know that look? Because they are uber duper wide. And yep, pockets. In the pocket. Moving right on from that, a little bit of hand sanitizer, although it's afraid it's too late. They've already been through the wash. Yeah. So I'm going to try these out. They've got a fantastically endlessly elasticated waistband at the back. And obviously they're just roomy for days. And I think they might look fantastic with some little sort of court shoe type things, you know, like proper 70s style. I'm not sure what I'll wear on the top. I kind of like it with this t-shirt, but I'm just looking to see what else I got. I got other pieces, but I think I'll just show you two more things. Hells, bells, and buckets of blood. Begonia, get your party hat on. We are going to the races. Oh my God. I mean, my God. This is a 1990 issued pure silk. Is it Alana Uber Puff jacket. I can't tell you how much I absolutely adore this thing. It's just fire. It's just absolute fire. Look how wide it is. Oh, Lord. I don't know what else to say. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Just asked it to marry me and it said yes. So the jacket and I are now engaged. Begonia, you could be our flower girl. So there we go. On that happy note of nuptials, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening and for all your fantastic comments. Love them. Sorry if I'm a bit slow in getting back to them. I reply to everybody and I really appreciate you taking time to message me. But sometimes I don't see them on the screen because they come up as notifications, and I've got about 5 devices and none of them really work properly and they're not compatible with each other. Unlike me, the jacket. You were made for each other. So thanks again. Thanks a million for watching. Have a fabulous week. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free. Go on, go on, go on. And thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.